Warning, the show you're about to hear contains strong sexual adult content, situations, and other material you may find offensive. If you are under 18 or easily offended, please leave now. For everyone else, please stay tuned for Real Talk Lifestyle.
Hi, welcome to Real Talk. We're your hosts.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah. Please join us as we discuss the swinging lifestyle.
You're on.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Real Talk Lifestyle. I'm Sarah and this is Ron. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did that wrong. I'm Rob and this is Sarah. We want to thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. And tonight, we are going to be discussing what to wear when you go out to clubs and body confidence and the confidence in wearing what you want to wear. I know before we get into that, you usually start off with some little story or something like that.
Yep. As you all know, I think I told you last podcast, I'm a news junkie, so I go through and find anything interesting or different in the news. And this week, I actually found a news story on a ad for Zillow, and it was a house that they were trying to sell. And this particular house, apparently, one of the selling points was they had a dungeon in the house.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was in Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, gorgeous house. Had all the great selling points. Hit everything that it was supposed to hit, but when they got down to the actual dungeon, and it wasn't even a dungeon, it was kind of like a 50 Shades of Grey kind of room.
Sure.
It was classy, and it was, it was really sexy, I thought. But I actually caught the news story on a vanilla site, and it was on a badmoms.com or something like that. And it was amazing to me how the sarcastic comments that they got for posting the dungeon in their bedroom. And I thought, well, I've had a lot of people come to the club that would love to have what we have in our dungeon in their house. And I just thought it was kind of strange, the different attitudes from lifestyle people and vanilla people, because they had a lot of weird comments on it, and I was reading through the comments, and a lot of it was why are they using this as a selling point? Well, for us lifestyle people, that is a selling point. I would love to have what they had in their bedroom. I mean, it was classy, it was sophisticated, and but yeah, the whole attitude about the dungeon in the bedroom was kind of really negative. And I just thought, for us, I would buy the house in a minute if I had the money for it. I'm not even sure if they were looking to rent it out for parties or whatever, but still, I mean, it was to me, I would have bought it in a second. It was a great selling point, but that just goes to show you the difference between vanilla lifestyle people and people that are in the lifestyle.
I don't know if I ever really liked that term vanilla.
Really?
Yeah, I never associate and use the term vanilla with people when I describe them. They just, I would say either you're in the lifestyle or you're not in the lifestyle.
Right.
It's like using the word newbies.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so old and outdated. I don't know. I mean, for me, I just don't like the term, and I don't know. I've talked to other people, and some of them, they don't mind it, but then there's other ones, they're just kind of on the fence about whether they want to be referred to as newbies or something like that. When dealing with people, I mean, everybody has their own way of thinking and their thought process on what to be called. And that just gets into so many different things. I just generally refer to as someone as you're either in the lifestyle or you're not. Yeah.
Well, it was, like I said, when I read the comments, it was, I can't believe they're using this as a selling point. My thing is, if you're lifestyle friendly, that would have been an added bonus. I mean, it probably would have sold the house, but...
Right. You got to look at that, too, though. that house is in a residential area.
It is.
And that probably would cause a lot of conflict and
If they
problems.
were trying to rent it out for parties and things like that. But I think, if I remember right, they were trying to actually sell the house. Yeah,
okay, well,
sell it.
Well, and that's a different story.
It is.
Good luck to them. I guess hopefully they get to sell it.
Hopefully they find a buyer for it. It was a gorgeous house. Really nice. But, yeah, I think unless you were into that kind of stuff, it comes off-putting. But I thought it was a great selling point. So,
Sure.
I mean, I would have loved it.
Well, that's a great story. I'm glad you found that one. I know they are kind of hard to find, these stories.
The sexy ones kind of are. I mean, not even sexy. The ones that have to deal with some of the weird or the strange, kind of hard to find. But I ran across that one. And I thought it'd be perfect for the podcast.
Sure.
So.
Well, speaking of sexy, you, I must say, you look very sexy tonight with this outfit that you're trying out tonight.
Well, actually, this outfit is probably more naked than you're normally going to see me. I mean, normally I'm more covered up, which went into our topic for tonight, which was body style. Body style and self-confidence. We all, and this is really probably a podcast more for females. I mean, somewhat males, but more for females.
Right.
I think when we dress, we would love to dress in things that cover our problem areas completely. And I think even with me tonight, I kind of told you that I was a little leery about wearing this outfit because it's more naked than I've really ever been on camera.
Right. But I was just really surprised that you chose to wear it because
Me too.
because even before we started the show, you were like, "Oh my god!"
I was freaking out,
and I'm like, "Okay, well, why did you wear it then?" I guess you're trying to prove a point, which is fine.
I mean, I am,
but
I love this dress. I do.
But I want you to be comfortable in what you wear, and I'm guilty of, trying to get you to wear more risque stuff all the time because as a guy, we're visual, and
That's true.
we want to be tantalized and turned on by watching the ladies that wear these really sexy, revealing things. And I'll get into my little spiel and my take on a guy's perspective in that, but I want you to really give your perspective as a female and
what I go through when I try
Exactly.
to pick up clothes that I want to wear. For me, we went round and round about some of the outfits I picked. What I think is sexy and what he thinks are sexy are always two different things. I will wear a dress and he'll go, "Why did you put that on?" And I'm like, "Well, I like it. I think the dress is cute." And he'll go, "Oh, yeah, but your boobs aren't hanging out," or, "Oh, yeah, but you really can't see something in this." And for that, I always feel that you should wear what you feel sexy in, what you think you're comfortable in. I'm not saying sweatpants or anything like that, but, I have a few dresses that I think I feel great in. And then there's also other outfits that I've worn that have surprised me that I didn't think I'd be comfortable in, but actually wore. I think one parties we threw here that I felt the most sexy, and believe it or not, it actually involved really very little clothes. It was the night we had that glow party where we had the body paint, and that night it was just nothing but paint, and then I had a little pair of day glow little bikini bottoms on.
Yeah, I like that.
I loved it, and I think the paint and the way it was done made me feel so sexy that I didn't even realize I had probably less clothes than I really am comfortable wearing, but it just seemed that I felt that they were more focused on the paint and the glow and all that than what I was actually had on, I think.
Sure.
So it'll surprise you in what outfits you feel comfortable in and what makes you feel sexy. I think as females, we all have this body dysmorphia tendency to think we have to be a size 5. We don't. You can be sexy in no matter what you wear, as long as you feel confident and sexy in what you're wearing. I think that's the most important part. You have to love the outfit. You have to own it. You have to feel sexy in it. And like I said, we went round and round on what I think is sexy and what he thinks is sexy. And with me, I tend to want to wear what I think is sexy, which doesn't always match his, but
right. And that is true.
Yeah.
Because you'll wear stuff, and I'm like,
Ooh, why?
and I'm like, for me, being with you, I love showing you off. So
that's true.
When I go, hey, wear this, it's because I'm proud of you, and what I find sexy, I want you to come downstairs when we open the club, and people are like, oh wow, look what she's wearing. She looks very sexy, and I want that to emulate off that. And I don't always take in consideration your feelings on that, because I do get a little pushy sometimes when I'm like, hey, why don't you wear this, because this is less and it shows off so much, whereas sometimes you'll wear something and it's like you're completely covered, and I'm like, well, I don't like that. But I have to tell myself sometimes it's not always about me and what I like, but it's got to be something that you like as well. And I understand that with women, they always struggle with the confidence. Am I going to look good in this?
That's true.
Different things like that. And
I think with us, it's about our problem areas. We always want to cover that. Tonight, I really wanted to wear a coat and kind of show, how we really feel secure if we're covered up. The thing is, we kind of have to let go a little bit and realize that, like I said, not everybody's size 5. And outfits that you didn't think you feel comfortable in or sexy in, sometimes you realize that, it actually surprises you. Because, like I said, this outfit, when I first got it, I was not happy with it. I didn't like how it showed this part or this part or this part, because I wanted to cover all of that up. But actually, when I put the outfit on, I realized that sometimes you just have to own the outfit you're in.
Yeah.
Wear something that you may not think you're going to be great in at first. Like I said, when I was totally naked and we did that glow party, I didn't think I'd be comfortable in it because of the fact that I'm like, well, I'm showing more skin than I'm normally ever comfortable with. But when I actually got in the lights and seen the paint, it was probably about the most fun party we've ever had. Yeah.
Yeah. So, not to change the subject, I just want to let our viewers know that we have a couple new cameras in the studio now. So we
all
have
different angles.
We have one over here, and then our main camera that's right here. So
I have to look at.
We're doing some little bit different things. We're trying to upgrade and make it more interactive. We also have the chat screen, so the viewers that tuned in live, you can go ahead and type in. We can see exactly what you're saying at the time, and we will be able to respond back to you. We want to make this interactive. We want you to feel like you're a part of the show as well, so we want to include all our viewers as they tune in. So you go ahead and you can type in, say hello, we'll say hello back. If you have questions, we'll answer those as we go along. For those that don't feel comfortable typing in questions here, you can always email us at realtalklifestyle@gmail.com.
And we'll make them anonymous, yeah.
Yeah, well, unless you sign it at the bottom, and then we'll read your name, but we'll answer those questions as we go along. But I just wanted to point that out. But let's get back into what to wear to a club as a lady. What goes in your process of starting out your night? Okay, we're going to the club. What is your process of getting ready and choosing an outfit? What goes through your mind?
For me, I always look at what, like I was saying, what I feel confident in or sexy in. But also, I think with ladies, you really have to pamper yourself. Give yourself enough time to get yourself ready before you even go out. Whether you're going to a club, whether you're just meeting people, give yourself a little pamper time. Whatever your ritual is, whether it's putting on music, having a glass of wine, give yourself some relaxation time before you show up to an event. It'll do a lot to ease your mind. You don't feel rushed, because there have been times I've had to get ready where I've been rushed and don't feel as confident and as sexy if I don't take the time.
Sure.
Whether it's getting your nails done, like I said, putting on soft music, having a drink, getting in a bubble bath, whatever it is that makes you feel sexy. Getting your hair done. take that time to put into yourself, to devote to yourself.
Right.
You'll actually find that you're much more relaxed and that you're more confident when, you do go out and you are ready.
Right.
So I say always deal with that, always have that ritual. Whatever makes you feel sexy, secure, less nervous, do that ritual. Give yourself enough time to be able to do that before you go out. Because that's what it's all about. It's about you feeling comfortable.
Okay. So at this time, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath.
Okay.
I want you to relax. And remember, we're going to focus on that camera right there. That's going to be our main focus area.
Yeah.
Move your hand down.
Oh, I do that a lot. Sorry.
Yeah. So, getting into your thought process of getting ready for the night, you said, the wine. And these are all great tips.
Mm-hmm.
Do you usually wait till the last minute to pick out an outfit? Or are you going through a thought process of, okay, I have all these outfits. Do you string them out and decide, okay, I'm going to wear this one? How do you go about that? Or is it just more of a feeling, how you're feeling that night?
For me, it is how I'm feeling that night, what I want to wear. Whether I'm feeling more of a long dress or a short dress. But it also has to deal with, if you're going to a club, what's the theme? What are we dealing with as far as theme-wise? Do I have the clothes for that? And if you're a last minute person like me, I always look at my stuff and go, okay, do I have something that'll match the theme? But I would recommend, because I procrastinate far too many times and don't always hit the mark like I should, I think the best bet is to look through what you have a couple days in advance. If you know you're going out, look at what you have. That way you can decide if you have to order something, if you have to go shopping for it.
Right.
I'm more of I have ordered a lot of my outfits online, but I'm more of a shopping at that minute type of girl, because I like to try the stuff on, where sometimes if you order something through Amazon or any other sites, it looks great in the picture, but when you get it home and you see it on yourself, it may not be the outfit that you want. So
Right.
I say the best bet is to plan ahead instead of last minute, and look at your outfits and decide, which one you want to wear beforehand.
Right.
Because if that outfit doesn't work, always have a backup too. And I am the queen of that. I do always have a backup. If I don't like this outfit that I'm wearing, then I'm going to wear something else. But
And I know you have a ton of shoes too.
oh my god.
We have our first comment of the night
All
up there.
right.
So it just says you're doing just fine.
Thank you. Like I said, I'm a little nervous because this is less than what I normally wear.
I know
but
you won't even look into the camera tonight, which
yeah.
I don't know why, because you're doing great. You
Thanks.
really are, and like I said, you look sexy. You're very bubbly. Very, like I said, all I can say is wow. So,
I'm trying to amp it up,
own
guys.
it. Well, just own it. You're doing fine. Just focus on the camera, and we'll just go from there.
All right.
So we kind of covered that. What advice could you give to other women? I mean, because we have lots of females that come to the club, and they may be struggling with the issues. I know, coming from a female's perspective, you kind of know what they're going through. I can talk about the guy's perspective, because I see, what we go through when we're getting ready to go to a club.
Right.
But what kind of advice could you give to a female that's, deciding, okay, I'm going to go to the club tonight. What should I wear? Body confidence, getting into those type of aspects.
We, as females, we all struggle with that, because you have so much going on in the media saying you have to be the size 5, and honestly, there's probably maybe 25-30% of women are actually in that style.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the comments up here. It says Rob can't take his eyes off Sarah, and then the other one is Look at her eyes, Rob. I'm trying, guys. I really am. It's kind of hard tonight. But yeah.
We all struggle with that, being that size 5. We all fall into that media. Not everybody's going to be a Kim Kardashian or Chrissy Teigen. I mean, we're not all supermodels. And again, it all comes back to what makes you feel sexy. I think we had done a rule where we started to change our dress code. And we had a lot of resistance from some of the females going, well, I don't want to wear a dress. I want to wear jeans. Because they wanted to cover up. They wanted to, make sure those problem areas weren't showing. But again, it all goes back to confidence. And you don't have to be a size 5. And we've covered this in other shows. Body confidence and being confident in yourself can overweigh a lot of times what your body style is.
Right.
As long as you feel sexy and you exude sexiness, sometimes body style doesn't matter. Actually, I think
you cracked me up.
No,
you cracked me up.
Yeah, I think. Well, what was it? Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Friday, I went outside of my comfort zone and I hit on a guy, and it didn't go well for me. I know. He always goes, well, you never know what the situation was. It actually put a bruise to my ego, and I actually had a couple that I probably had a great chance with, but I let that whole, well, he just wasn't into me thing from Friday.
You let it bother you.
I did. Cloud my judgment for Saturday, and I think I let that bruise my ego and thought, oh, it's not. I wasn't sexy enough for this person.
And I think there was some other
there
things.
Underlying
There was underlying issues on that.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to tell you, don't let that affect you. But you carried it through the whole weekend, and it did affect you.
It did affect me, yeah.
But I noticed for myself, I kind of came out of my shell a little bit. And I was out there talking to people a little bit more. I went and hit on you quite a bit, so I was trying to flirt with you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And actually, we had one of our friends go, how did that flirting go? And we're like, well, I hit on her, she hit on me, so it was great. Yeah. But
and that was just kind of joking and teasing. Yeah. But no,
it's a work in progress. We really have to try and make ourselves come out of that shell. So yeah, we're still struggling with it. We're still trying to work on it, and we'll see in the coming weeks, right?
Right. And so I want to talk a little bit, coming from a guy's perspective, getting back to what I'm saying, guys are visual.
Yes, they are.
So obviously I want you to wear something sexy. I want you to wear something that just is very revealing and shows everything.
Right.
Because to me, I'm so proud to be sitting with you that when we're at a club, I'm like, this is my lady here. I want to show her off. I want other people to go, wow, what she's wearing is very sexy, and they're blown away. And I don't always think about the whole confidence thing and how that affects you or any other female. But lately, I've been really sitting there thinking about, in my mind, it does. As a guy, we see what we want to see, and we don't look and go, is this putting added stress on the female?
Is she going to be uncomfortable?
Is she going to be uncomfortable?
Not going to like her experience because she's not comfortable with what she's wearing in her skin? Yeah.
Because I started looking at it, because when we were preparing for the show, I started thinking, we don't know what's going through that female's mind. And then I start thinking, well, I'm running through all this stuff through my head, and I'm like, starting to think about it, it does affect them, because they go through so many psychological things thinking about, okay, I want to dress sexy for my husband, I want to dress sexy for other people as well.
But I want to still feel good in what I'm wearing.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't always think about I want to feel good about myself. What I'm getting at is, it takes a lot of confidence for that female to
expose themselves,
put themselves in some sexy outfit, and they may not feel confident and be ready to be at that point yet. And we don't always think about how that affects them, because we have so many people that come in and out, and we meet so many people, and I just start thinking, you know what? None of us are perfect, and
don't let him kid you, folks. He's the same size that he was when I first met him. he hasn't gained an ounce.
But honestly, I work very hard to keep my body the way I am. But what I'm trying to say is, it takes a lot for a woman to wear something sexy and revealing and come out to a club and show off not only for her husband but for everybody else, and also feel confident and comfortable with herself.
That's true. I mean,
and I don't always think about things like that, and I'm sure no other guy does either. We just go, we want to look at sexy women.
I want to see your boobs hang out, or
every guy wants to see a woman's boobs.
Or I want to see you with a skirt with no underwear on, or
something sexy and revealing, or naked as well.
Naked, pretty much.
But the point I'm trying to get to is, we need to think as much as we can towards a female that if they're going through this much process to wear something sexy, not every guy is going to find a person, they're going to be attracted to or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, that woman had the balls to wear something sexy and revealing, and she came out, she's confident, she's comfortable, she should own that. And she should enjoy her night out, and nobody should ever make that person feel any less of a person, because they're stepping outside their comfort zone and they're trying to be sexy, and there's always going to be somebody that's going to find that person attractive as somebody that doesn't do that.
Well, and we've actually ran into that issue with actually regular bars. I think there was a night, I think I was a little bit bigger than I am now.
Yeah.
And we went out to a bar, and some guy made a comment, and I had to actually make him go to the car because he overheard them say something about me that he didn't find flattering. And he almost got in a fight that night for that. And you always want to protect your loved one, but again, like he's saying, you're not going to be everybody's type. So sometimes you just kind of have to step back and say, okay, well, so I'm not this person's type. I don't think I was hurt by it as he was. Well, I think I took it better than he did.
It's insensitive, for one.
It is,
and
you really should think about other people's feelings. If they're not your type, that's fine.
But
don't make comments about it.
And for my mindset, I want people to come out here in a non-judgmental setting, and I want them to feel sexy and feel confident and be able to show off just like anybody else, because everybody has that right to do that. And it does take a lot for them to do that. And so my advice is, if the ladies that don't feel sexy and confident, start out slow. You wear something a little revealing.
Yeah.
Then come back the next time. Go a little bit more. Just keep building up to that level to where you're confident and you're sexy and you know it. And who cares what other people say? You're doing it because this is about your experiences,
about your comfort level, your fun. And as he was saying, sometimes husbands tend to try and say, you should wear this. If you're not comfortable in that outfit and it's going to ruin your good time, like he says, take baby steps. Wear something little revealing one time, wear something more revealing the next. That brings up a good point. Yeah, just ease yourself into it. You're not going to want to get completely nude overnight, but ease yourself into it.
And then there's some women that they'll do that, and they just don't care because they're at that level where
they're comfortable with their bodies and themselves. Yeah.
But everybody's not going to be at that point. And honestly, I'll tell you, ladies, right now, I work out, I go to the gym, but I struggle myself, and this is something I don't generally share with people. But I struggle, even though I'm physically fit, I struggle walking around with even my shirt off because I'm so self-conscious.
He has to be forced to take it off.
Yeah, really. So you guys are probably wondering, I don't know if you can see it, I'm wearing a bow tie tonight, and I kind of promised Sarah I would do something tonight, and I'll get to that here in a couple minutes. I kind of just did it because, I'm
to let guys know that they also suffer
and
from
this is
body consciousness as
and
well.
this is another thing too, though. We see all these guys that run around, they're fully clothed, and we
but they expect the females to be naked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to take a step back and go, okay, they're doing it. Maybe we should get out of our comfort zone a little bit, because like I said, for me, I feel a little self-conscious. You hardly ever will see me running around with a shirt off or whatever. So I guess we have a couple comments here. It's important to still flirt with your spouse, even in the lifestyle and when flirting with others. I don't know if I took that one out of context. Can you bring that back up real quick? I don't know if there was some more before that, so I kind of missed out on some of it. Can you bring the chat window back up? Maybe start by not wearing a bra, but stay covered with it. That's good advice.
That's good advice, yeah.
That's very good advice. I'm sorry, Jamie, I don't know what you said beforehand, or if you said something, but you're right. It is important to flirt with your spouse, even in the lifestyle and when flirting with others. We flirt. Well, we try to. I know we did this weekend because I was having fun with it. So, and sometimes I like to joke around a little bit. And like I said,
I love you.
Moving away from that. Yeah, moving away from that whole serious side of things.
Right.
We have to allow ourselves to have more fun with the things we're doing, and
That's true.
stop overthinking everything that we do.
Me?
No, that's me as well.
Well, I do that a lot, yeah.
Well, and I do it as well.
I think, like I said before the podcast, I was freaked out. Because he goes, "Oh, you look great." I'm going, "Yeah, but I'm not happy about this area or this area." And he goes, "But you're overthinking it."
You are. And,
it's true.
Here again, I tell you too, if you have problem areas that you don't like, you can
always change them, ladies.
Yeah,
yes,
you can work on it. So anyway, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna take my shirt off just for a second because I got this bow tie on. This is definitely
There's a treat for you, ladies.
This is definitely outside of my comfort zone. Thank God the camera's not getting on me, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. So I'm gonna sit down like this for just a quick second, and this is definitely outside of my comfort level. But so every once in a while, would you cut it out? You cannot.
I can't molest you.
You can't molest your co-host right now, okay? But yeah, I thought it'd be nice because this is outside of my comfort level right now, and I generally. I'm self-conscious about even walking around like this right now, especially when there's a lot of people around. But again, I need to get out of that shell as well, and I need to start doing different things. So I figured, what the hell, I'll go ahead and I'll take my shirt off for a minute.
Chipping down right there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. But anyway, we want everybody to feel sexy and confident, and we want people to come out and enjoy themselves, and that's very important to us, and it should be important as well to you because you're coming out for the experience. And with that, we really feel that you should be able to wear what you want, wear what's comfortable, and exude that sexiness, because that's the whole point of this lifestyle, is to break the barriers down and do different things, get outside of your everyday routine and
your comfort zone, your comfort level. Yeah,
wear something sexy. If not for your husband, do it for yourself, and just kind of build yourself up to where you feel comfortable, and just every time just kind of push the envelope just a little bit more. I'm not saying you have to come in and just be butt naked.
Do it all at once. Yeah.
But just your little baby steps.
Push yourself. Every time you meet somebody or you go to a club, just push your outfit a little bit. Whether it be revealing your boobs one time or wearing something low cut. Just kind of push yourself a little bit more each time. So do we have questions
We
this week?
we do have some questions. We had one left over from last week that we didn't get to. We have the drink of the week. I apologize.
Or drink of the month.
Or drink of the month.
Yeah, it was drink of the month.
Our producer was going to try and get it up on the screen for you, and he did not have time tonight. So I apologize, and I don't have the card in front of me with all. Excuse me. I don't have all the ingredients in front of me, so I can't read it off again. We were all kind of running a little late tonight because of the weather and some other things. So you can always go back to our last episode and replay it, and you'll be able to get that drink, and we'll try and have it up again ready to go for next week's show.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and read a couple questions, and we'll try to answer these. The first one is from Brian and Tatiana.
Okay.
It says, we enjoy your podcast shows and are very new. We want to come hang out at our place, but every time we want to come, we get cold feet. How do we get over that?
Oh, wow. Again, you need to view it in a different light. I think we've covered this before. Don't ever look at coming to someplace like this with expectations. Just look at it as coming into a regular setting and just having a good time. There is no pushing for people to do anything they're not comfortable doing. I say just look at it as, go in with a set of mind that you're going to have a good time. Don't ever look at it as we have to do something, because that's never the case in any of these types of environments. You don't have to do anything you're not comfortable doing. Oh my God.
Yeah, you kind of lost your little train of thought.
Yeah.
You go ahead and read those, and I'll try to answer this. I guess the best thing I could tell you... You have to read those to yourself, hon. I guess the best way I can tell you is, if you want to try something new and you've never been here before, just keep an open mind and go. It's no different than going to any other bar or nightclub.
That's true, yeah.
You don't have to do anything at all. No. You can just come, hang out, socialize, talk to people, sit back and relax. There's dancing, there's social areas just to sit back and talk and meet people. But there's never anything that says you have to do anything you don't want to. So just take a deep breath and just go for it. The worst that can happen is you decide to show up and you decide, oh wow, it's not my thing. Or,
that's true.
Or you end up having a great time and you decide you're gonna come back, and again with that, your first time you can always do baby steps until you get to the point of
I think we've shared that when people come here the first time, that just be an observer. Just come check the place out. Don't even put the fact that you're a lifestyle club in your mind.
Yeah.
Just come and hang out, have a good time. People watch. I think we have a lot of first time people that have been here, and that's all they've done, which we highly encourage. We're not expecting you to jump in with both feet the first night you're here.
There's no pressure whatsoever. Just come hang out, enjoy the night, just sit back. If you don't feel comfortable talking to other people, you don't have to even do that. You can just sit at a table and just have a night out with your spouse and watch other people and how they interact with other people.
Well, and most times, especially here, we have our staff that comes around, and they will talk to you and make you feel comfortable. They will just sit and have a regular conversation with you. They want you to feel comfortable. We want you to come back. So we try and alleviate that fear when you get here. Oh, you know what? You pay more attention to this. So what's going on here?
Well, so one of our staff members checked in. They said, we're all super friendly.
Yeah.
And it is very true. I mean, everybody that works here
hi, my
and
lovely
helps
lady
us
that works
out,
our door.
all our volunteers, super friendly, super outgoing. And everybody that comes here, they go out of their way to make you feel welcome and enjoy yourself.
It's not just our club. I think every other club.
Yeah,
like
and there's
well.
other clubs as well. But we have some people that here we call them our ambassadors for lifestyle because they will definitely go up and make you feel welcome, and we love having them here. We've had one of our ambassador couples on our show before, and we got a treat coming up for you. We've got another couple that is brand spanking new, just entering the lifestyle. Sure. We're working out some details right now to get them on a show, and they're going to come in and give their perspective on just entering the lifestyle. So we look forward to that. So let's get on to the next question. I hope I answered your question well enough. Like I said, just come in, relax, take a deep breath, and just kind of hang out. That's best advice I can give you. So this next one, I'm gonna let you answer this one. It says, I really enjoy performing oral on a woman. I don't think I'm very good at it. What are some tips on improving technique? Oh, and Sarah, you are stunning. And this is signed Ken.
Oh, Ken, thank you. Some of the tips for giving oral on a female. I would honestly have to say a lot of licking, like sucking, or it depends on the woman. Honestly, your best bet is to communicate with whoever you're with. Ask, do you like it like this? And ladies, please speak up, because a lot of us will say, okay, this is my thing. But if you don't direct them on where they're going or how to please you, they're not going to know what to do. They're not your husband. They're not your boyfriend. They're, so they don't really know you that well. So if you find that they're in the wrong spot, please tell them, because they don't know.
So is that a thing where every lady is different and they like something different?
They do. Like with me, some women like their nipples played with harder. With me, I like mine lightly sucked or licked. Then again, it also depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll tell you, pull on them, suck on them hardy. Harder. It just depends on their mood, but it also depends on their preference. The best advice I can give you, Ken, is really, while you're doing it, ask the female questions. And females, the best advice I can give you is give them feedback. They don't know. They haven't been with you for years or... Years, months, whatever. They especially in the lifestyle, they're not, you're not dating them if you're messing with somebody else. So they don't know what your body's like or how it works or if they're in the right spot or not. So always ask questions.
So I guess to make it more enjoyable for both, be vocal. And guys, don't take it as discrimination if a female says, hey, can you do it this way or something to that way.
That's true. Don't take it.
Take it as criticism of constructive criticism.
How to please your partner. How to make it better for them.
Well, not your partner, whoever you're with. So I mean, if you just end up hooking up with somebody,
right?
Obviously, you want to go out of your way to please them. So it works both ways. To say, hey, how do you like this done?
Right.
And
communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's another one. How are we at time right now? What are we at? 43 minutes. Boy,
oh my goodness. We're getting longer and longer. Yeah.
I know, and I try to. I guess I don't know. I try to keep these about 30 minutes, and the last couple ones run a little bit more.
A little bit longer.
Okay. Should we do one more?
Is this another one that was? How long is this one?
Well, I'll let you read it, and I'll try to answer it if you want to do it. If not, we can push it off. We can push it off until next week.
Okay. All right. Last week you talked about flirting. Oh, this is one for you.
Mm.
Does Rob flirt or play? I've tried flirting with him and dropped hints, but he has yet to pick up on them or ask me to do anything. I even hint at giving him a blowjob, but he laughs. Does he not like those, or should I assume he's not interested?
That's an anonymous question. it's kind of hard to answer this because I'm laughing. It's more of a nervous laugh than anything.
Yeah.
It's not I'm laughing at you. And the flirting, sometimes, like I said, it was like when we did the last podcast where we were talking about flirting, and I said sometimes I'm clueless and I don't always pick up on these things, and I think they're just being nice or playful or something like that.
Or sometimes we know them very well and we're sitting there going, okay, are they doing this because we know them, or are they truly interested in us, or
Right. Do I like blowjobs? Absolutely. What guy wouldn't like them? There might be some guys out there that don't. I guess that'd be out of the norm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know I do. I'm sure my producer does. Yeah, he's saying yeah.
He's saying yep. He's all for the blowjob, yeah.
So yeah, I do enjoy blowjobs. I enjoy a lot of different things. Don't assume that I'm not interested. Running a club is very time consuming, so I don't always get time to play like I want to. So that prevents a lot of things from happening because I'm usually running around tied up and I don't want to be off doing something and something happen and I'm not there to be able to respond or handle it. Whereas Sarah has a little bit more freedom to go off and play if she chooses to, or someone approaches.
Well,
says,
we always have to have one of us in the club at one time. We can't both be occupied. But also, I think with me, there's a lot of times I have been interested in somebody, but I won't mess with them because either I'm very close to that person, or they come to the club all the time, and if something would not go well, or
I can see the point of knowing them very well. Somebody coming to the club all the time,
Actually, no, that's not true. I've had an experience where I did mess with somebody, and that person came to the club all the time, and it was somebody that it wasn't a great experience, and I didn't want to repeat it, but that person obviously wanted to repeat a thing with me again, and it wasn't something I was interested in, but it made it very awkward because that person was following me around, and I really didn't know how to.
And that's one of those situations where you just have to say, I'm sorry, we tried something.
It wasn't.
And I'm just not feeling the same,
right.
Or, it's something I don't want to repeat.
Right.
We all preach honesty.
We do.
We always don't want to hurt somebody's feelings either, too, but sometimes, in an experience like that, to say, hey, we tried it. I just want to, explore in different areas with other people. I guess that's the best way to do it. But for me, if this question is from somebody that I'm like really friends with, and I don't know because it's not signed, but if it's somebody that I'm really good friends with,
right,
it's kind of hard to transition from being really good friends with into something else, because if something was to ever go bad, then going back to that other point of being friends kind of gets into that whole gray area, and then
you're not sure if that friendship.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin a really good friendship because something bad happens, and then the other thing is, for me to do something with another female, and if she's married, I have to go and talk to her husband and find out what the ground rules are.
Yeah.
Make sure that he's okay with whatever's transpiring.
And you always have the fear that what they might be okay with one moment
might not be
okay in another moment. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I think sometimes you just kind of have to keep that communication, because you might have permission one time, but then not have the same permission the other time. I mean, you just don't know. So I mean,
so I guess for me, just keep flirting with me, and I'll
eventually he'll pick it up.
I'll figure out who it is, and if you're married, I'll get around to talking to your husband, and I'll talk with you as well, and we can kind of see where we're at, and also decide if it's mutually agreed upon on all parties, and then yeah, we can definitely go for it. I'd love to play a lot more than I really do, but again, as a club owner, I'm always kind of tied up and
thinking something's going to happen.
Yeah, and once we get a little more established and I can kind of not have to be all hands on everywhere, it'll allow me a little bit more free time to enjoy things. But it's a newer thing and it's still in its infancy, and I don't want something to happen that ruins what we're doing, because we definitely want to grow this and take it from what we're doing now to the next level, which is going to be a lot huger.
Yeah,
and
bigger undertaking.
So yeah, I mean, I want, this is right now, it's my baby, and I want it to grow and progress and take this to the next level. So just bear with me, keep flirting. I love flirting. I'm getting better at it, I don't think. Yeah, because I obviously don't pick up on it, but just keep doing it, and we'll revisit it and see what happens. But other than that, I think that was all the questions we had tonight. We really want to appreciate everybody. I'm sorry we didn't really get to interact with everybody. The questions are kind of like going all over the place. We're gonna have to
keep sending them in, guys.
Yeah,
because I mean,
keep chatting.
Yeah, I mean, we love the questions. We love to answer them. So yeah, keep sending them in. And I don't think we have anything else to do.
Just make sure that you guys are hitting that subscribe button right down here.
Oh, and shout out, happy Valentine's Day to all the couples. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day, romantic Valentine's Day. And
wait a minute. I'm out of camera frame here. So I'm way over there. I had to scoot over a little bit, and there's definitely a delay. But there is a like button right below my hand here, and there's also a subscribe button. So make sure you click the subscribe button and the like button as well. It really helps us out. It helps get the videos shared with more people, and it helps post it in more places. So I guess I can put my hand down. I don't have to sit there and keep doing that. But please like and share the subscribe. With that, I guess we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Next Monday for our next show.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.